Hey, boys and girls. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, make sure you have this paper with you. The substitute teacher has it, so you can get it from her. I'm going to do numbers 1 through 4 with you. We're going to review the steps to solving a two-step word problem. And we're going to go over these together. And then I want you to do the backside by yourself. Remember, when solving a two-step word problem, you're going to first read and visualize the word problem. Okay, if you have to even draw some little pictures for yourself, you can draw some pictures. Number 2, what 2 questions is the word problem asking? Anytime we have 2 or more steps in a word problem, you have to think about what is the word problem asking us to do. Okay, one, there will be an obvious question, and then there's one that you're going to have to really think about. Okay, number 3, decide what 2 operations you're going to use. Are you going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Then you want to solve your problem and check your answer to make sure it makes sense. So let's look at number 1 together. The police station has 5 rows of cars. Each row has 6 cars in it. If 2 officers are going to wash the cars, how many cars should each officer wash to share the job evenly? Okay, how many should each wash to share the job evenly? There's some good clue words in there. Okay, so let's talk about the questions that we're asking ourselves. First of all, I hope you're visualizing 5 rows of cars, and in each row there's 6 cars. The first question is, how many cars should each officer wash to share the job evenly? Well, we can't figure that part out until we ask ourselves, how many cars are there? So that's the first thing. How many cars are there? If there are 5 rows of cars, each row has 6 cars in it. Okay, that tells me right there, that word each, and knowing that I have they're equal groups, I know that I'm going to multiply. So my first step is to multiply 5 times 6, which is equal to 30. Okay, so we've answered the first question. We have a total of 30 cars. Now, if I have 2 officers that are going to wash the cars, how many cars should each officer wash to share the job evenly? So basically, we're splitting 30 cars between 2 people, okay, 2 officers. And if I'm splitting something, then I am dividing, okay? So we're going to take 30 and we're going to divide it by 2. 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. Okay, so I know that each officer will wash 15 cars. Each officer will wash 15 cars. All right, very good. All right, let's go look at number 2. Chief Jackson has 4 boxes of badges. There are 8 badges in each box. Later, he orders 15 more badges. How many badges does Chief Jackson have in all? How many in all? Okay, so we're going to visualize the word problem. Okay, I'm visualizing 4 boxes, and in each box there's 8 badges. Okay, and then I'm visualizing him adding more badges. After we figure out how many badges there are, he's going to add 15 more. Okay, so the first question, we want to know how many badges does Chief Jackson have in all? But before I can find out how many he has in all, I have to figure out how many are in those boxes. So I know that the first operation that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply. If he's got 4 boxes and each box has 8 badges, I'm going to multiply 4 times 8 to see that he has 32 badges in those boxes. Okay, so now he's got 32 badges. Then later it says he orders 15 more badges. How many in all? The word or not or, the word more, and in all tells me I'm going to add. I'm going to add 15 to the badges that he already has. So I'm going to take 32 plus the 15. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. So in all, he has 47 badges. All right, pretty simple. Okay, let's go look at number 3. Officer Tom spoke to 34 students on Wednesday, 78 students on Thursday, and 87 students on Friday about driving safely. How many students did he speak to in all? All right, this is pretty simple. How many in all? Okay, so we're just going to take the 3 numbers, the 34, the 78, and the 87, and we're going to add them. We're going to add 2 at a time. So we're going to start with 34 plus 78. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry your 1. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 1 is 112. And then I'm going to take 112 and add my 87. 7 plus 2 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 1 plus nothing is 1. So he spoke to 199 students. Okay, last one that we're going to do together, number 4. The police station has 10 cars in their parking lot. Each car has 4 tires. See how I'm circling the word and writing the number. There are also 27 spare tires in storage. How many tires are there in all? How many in all? Okay, this is very similar to number 2. I have 10 cars in their parking lot. So I'm visualizing all these cars. I know that I'm looking for how many tires in all, but before I can do that, I've got to figure out how many tires are on the 10 cars. So in order to do that, I'm going to first multiply. So I've got 10 cars. Each car has 4 tires. That's equal groups. So I'm going to multiply 10 times 4, which is 40. All right. Now it says he also has 27 spare tires. So I've got 40 on the cars and the 27, and I want to know how many in all. In all means we're going to add. So we're going to take the 40, and we're going to add the 27 spare tires, and we get 67. So he has 67 tires in all. All right. Okay, guys, y'all are going to flip it over, and you're going to work numbers 5 through 10 on your own, and I want you to turn it in. Miss Anderson will be checking it to see how well you did. Take your time. Use the steps that I taught you yesterday and that we went over today. Use those steps and take your time. You can do this.